Hello, my name is Crystal Vasquez, and today we are going to discuss the importance of ethics in academia and what must change. Did you know that more than 50% of business students admit to taking part in unethical practices? Did you also know that only 5% of business school deans consider unethical practices to be a significant problem? These two figures are not all that surprising, given that less than 1/3 of business schools offer a designated ethics course. There is an unstated tone of mistrust by the American public of large businesses and corporations, understandable given recent scandals. What we have today in America is a cheating culture. Governing bodies, like the Association to Advance Collegiate Schools of Businesses and the Academy of Management, do not require business colleges to include an Ethics Foundations course as a capstone in their curriculum. They endorse more of an integrated approach, spreading ethics theory throughout various courses. The problem with this is that it is rarely cohesive and offers at most a superficial understanding versus highlighting the complexities and delicate nature of ethical dilemmas. The importance of ethics are many. A strong foundation of ethical theory and concepts is crucial for today's business academics for several reasons, a few of which being that it provides a guideline for future leaders to follow. It establishes a standard. It enables business students to utilize this knowledge as a resource for future decision making. It sets students up for success. The most lucrative business models are those that hold great emphasis on values and principles. It fosters credibility by instilling the importance of practicing what you preach. It encourages meditation of intrinsic values. Students examine their own value systems and reconcile those with organizational values. It also creates a culture of ethic-mindedness that helps promote personal and academic integrity. It helps students recognize and appreciate the cost of unethical behavior, that is, the consequences. It limits occurrences of ethical violations in the future. And it plants seeds for future wealth. Companies and employees that demonstrate ethical consistency build a reputation of credibility that relates tangible rewards, those being lower turnover, increased quality and profitability, increased consumer satisfaction, in other words, long-term wealth, which is what we all strive for. No flash in the pan 15 minutes of success. And finally, clarification of ethical principles enables an individual to make ethical decisions in a more timely manner. The following groups were surveyed on what facets of an ethical-based curriculum they found to be most important. There were business students from the country's top 100 business schools, business students from smaller regional-based business schools, business school deans, and business ethics subject matter experts. The empirical data indicated that in both perspectives, both from a business and societal standpoint, each group consistently rated creating a culture of ethical awareness as the most important function of teaching ethics. Given the consensus over the importance of teaching ethics, the powers that be that design today's business curricula should re-examine the approach to ethics taken by business schools. If we are to remain relevant in today's global economy, these policymakers can amend current standing programs where ethics apply in several ways. One being to require an ethics course early on in a business student's academic career. This will serve to better their understanding of ethical cases later on in their coursework. Policy groups should leverage their reputation and assume greater responsibility in the setting of these standards if schools desire their endorsement and accreditation. Deans should ensure that their campuses have a set code of ethics and should involve faculty and the student body in monitoring and enforcing those codes. Schools should provide opportunities for business students to practice the ethical principles they learn through service learning. Real-world approaches, getting involved in the communities where they will serve as leaders in the future. This encourages community awareness and commitment to their society. We must also encourage business ethics professionals to expand their research in order to better streamline ethics programs for business students. I close with a quote by Supreme Justice Potter Stewart, that ethics is knowing the difference between what you have a right to do and what is right to do. I hope that this short synopsis has given everybody a pretty good understanding of why ethics is important, and that we just need to better articulate to our students that they really need to uphold these principles so that they are taken seriously, so that credibility is reestablished and the American public's faith in our business sector is restored. I hope you've enjoyed it. I know I have. Talk to you later.